Hi, Jo here over at Willie Cottage. Happy 1st of December, everybody. Lucky White Rabbit. And if there's anyone next year, pinch punch them first day of the month then, because I've got nobody to pinch punch. So, this year's large 24-day Christmas Advent, and there is a 100-gram bat that goes with that as well. Ooh, and I do know, and I am totally aware, and one person even confessed to doing it, Christmas Advents have already been opened up within days, if not on arrival, of their Christmas Advents this year. So you'll find yourself with a lump of coal on Christmas Day from Santa because you're on the naughty list. Be warned. Anyway, I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to get my spinning wheel out today and we're going to have a bit of a natter. Not too long because I've got 24 of these to do. So I'll catch you in a tick while I get myself sorted out. Hi, so I'm back. So this year's Advent is Joseph and his Technicolour Dreamcoat. Okay, so every Advent, even the 4 days of Sunday's Advents, I've got a printout with the ingredients of what's in the bats in case you lose them or you want them for reference. Also, the gifts that you've got inside them. So I do have some of the gifts in here, but some of them were exclusively for specific crafts. So I haven't got all of them, but I will try and remember my best. But there's a list here, but I will announce the list on the 25th, or say Boxing Day, when I release the last video for Vlogmas. It will be a mix of pre-recorded videos that'll come out every morning or every lunchtime. And I will be doing a couple of little lives in between. I'm thinking of maybe doing a live video, a live chat on a Wednesday and opening up Wednesday's one live and doing the same on Sunday and just doing it for half an hour and talking about the fibres that are in there, and then I can spin them off for another project or do something else with them. Incorporate maybe even 2 days together to do some sort of felting or something like that. So that's my plans for the Vlogmas for this year. And if you've got any suggestions, drop them in the comments below if you want me to do something. So what it is, this year's theme to bring new colours and shades together from the main song, from this great stage play. Many of us did this at primary school or at high school as kids, and somewhere in the memory banks of the words of the song is stored. I look handsome, I look smart, I'm a walking work of art. Such a dazzling coat of colours, how I love my coat of many colours. It was red and yellow and green and brown, scarlet and black and ochre, and peach and lilac and gold and violet and fawn and cream and crimson and silver and rose and azure and lemon and russet and grey and purple and white and pink and orange and red and yellow and green and brown and blue. So, yeah, there's no way I'm going to get all those colours, and some of those actually repeat. So what I've done this year is collected the colours that I think would go well together, or even adding some colours that you wouldn't imagine doing nice together. But it's a mixture of mini hand-dyed bats at 20 grams each, 25 grams, and mini rovings as well. A few other fibres have been added, and they're all been wrapped and dated, and a 100-gram Christmas Day Advent, and a handmade item from Willie Cottage like you get every year. Something useful. It's been hand sewn, and it's in there with your Christmas Day Advent. Okay. So all the Willie Cottage would like to say a huge thank you for buying our advents for us this year. Some of them are returners, some of them are new, and continue support during this very tough year, not only for households around the world, but also for small businesses, independent shops near you. And we appreciate your continued support. Without you, we couldn't do what we do and share the joy. So there we go. So everyone got one of these. A sack this year. That was a genius idea instead of me wrapping up and the cellophane stuff. So the first day is red, black, green, white. And in the first day is merino, flax and hand-dyed merino with Angelina. So I'll link to this in a minute. But also with the bag that's not inside the bag, there was a couple of other little parcels or little bits and pieces. So I'll just stick this down here on the floor for the moment. There was like notebook, pen, some sweets, and a couple of the little bits and pieces all put together in a little parcel which you could open at your leisure. But also added, there was a crochet pattern which I can't find, which is always the same, isn't it? There was a crochet pattern added in for people that don't knit but crocheted. There's a knitting pattern put in there, and it's the rainbow theme. Okay, so some people got a knitting pattern, some people got a shawl, and some that do felting only got this Christmas tree wet felted project. So I've added in a couple of patterns this year. I did do that at Easter as well, and it went down a treat. So yeah, I think I better get on with this. So I'm just going to undo this, try and save my elastic band, because my little rose lost its little wire backing. So I've had to put it on an elastic band so I can keep it all together, because this has been sat here for ages waiting for me to get it opened. So all 24 little bats are in here. The Christmas Day one is wrapped up individually. Okay, so let me see if I can find number 1. Number 3, day 1 in red tissue. They should be all the same colour, but the only thing that's different is the gifts that I've put in. Everybody's depending on their crafts. Day 1. And watch, this is where we find out that I've got the worst light ever. Now, I do get many people each year that say, oh, Jo, I could do with something so I can remember what day it is that I've got on my advent. There's nothing much I can really do about that. And there's a lot of us out there that don't, it's not that we don't want to. The process of going into doing these bats and everything else and doing our advents is a lot anyway. But to add in extra labelling for you guys, it'd just be too much to put our expenses up. But I would advise, get yourself some nice ribbon and a little piece of card and write on what day it is that you've got here. And then once you've opened it up and you put it back on your Christmas tree, just wrap it around, tie it up and put your little card on there so you remember which one it is if you don't want to spin them up straight away. So this is it. Let me find that colour sheet again. So day 1 is red, black, green, white, merino, flax, and hand-dyed merino with Angelina. Okay. So I'm just going to pop a picture up on the screen so you can actually see it properly. But I mean, for 25 grams, it goes on forever. Okay, so bear with me a second, I'll just put up the picture. So yeah, we've got these reds and greens, and I know it's very Christmassy. You're like, oh, Jo, you promised me no Christmas colours this year. Well, I had to put it in there because it was in the song, guys. So, full length of it, and then just open it up. And inside you'll see these orangey colours and the ochres that were required. And yeah, so it's got these lovely, lovely colours. So there's only a dash of it. There's only a dash of the green, honestly. It's only a hint of it. It's not lots of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin this, right, I'm going to give it a bit of a pre-draft. I'm just going to spin this off. And I'm going to give it a slightly boucle sort of look. It was the other day, I was searching through all my bits and pieces and I came across something I completely forgot about. Is a tube of ribbons that I bought from the Cumbria Wool Gathering back in the summer. And it's all these Christmassy colours. So I thought, whoa, I've just picked it up then. Look at that. It always happens, doesn't it? I'm going to pick that one there and I'll try again. Try and get a full length of this drafted. And I'm going to spin this and I'm going to add threading at the same time, because I do have some little art yarn spinning sets on the website at the moment, and they've got the lights in there. I showed them on my Christmas market last week at the weekend when I was doing my virtual market for Christmas and announcing my giveaway. And I've got these fancy strings in there, so there's like different textures and ribbons and things like that in there. And a set of lights. I'm concentrating. You can tell I'm concentrating. A set of lights and a pack of locks, and they come in a bag, a handmade, lovely bag by me. I think they're mainly the Grinch bags. So this is the sort of thing that I do with my ribbons, is spin them in to my fibre, but I don't actually touch them. I just let them dangle down the back of the yarn. And then when I go to ply it afterwards, I end up with this yarn that's got a lumpy textured slightly bumpy secondary fibre on there, and it's just spun in together. Okay, that's humongous. So I'll start this off, and then I'll probably do it as a fast forwards for you, and then I can get this whole video over and done with, because I'll be here forever. So what I generally do, right, is I get my leader yarn and I add in my fibre, okay, as you would do normally, and I'll get my little add in and I'll put that in with it, and I'm not even going to touch it. It's going to hang down behind it. Okay, I'm not even going to think about spinning this actual fibre. So I want to go in that direction. I'm not even going to think about spinning the actual. Oh, a second. In fact, obviously my fibre isn't sat over the back of my whirl as it should be. My tension. Okay, there we go. Maybe now it'll decide that it wants to spin. I'm just trying to get this leader yarn wound on. Oh. Okay, so my screen's bouncing up and down. That's me pressing my phone to turn it back on. I couldn't figure out where my flaming, where my tension is supposed to go. God, it's not been that long ago since I did any spinning. So I'm literally, there's my little, can you see, because it's bright red, my little thread. I'm just going to hold on to that layer like I would normally do, and I'm just going to let it dangle down. Okay, and then I'm going to start spinning. Oh, might have to just turn that down a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to let that catch on. Turn that tension down a bit. I'm just going to let that catch on. I'm not even thinking about doing what type of spin I'm doing. I'm just having a little play around, and I'll add on another one in a minute, and I'll show you how to add it on. Okay, so I've come to the end of this thread. Okay, and get me roving out my way. And what I'm going to do with my little bit of thread is I'm going to get my roving, and I'm going to split it so I've got a little hole. So I've got two sides of it, and I'm just going to put that in there so I can enclose it in the fibre. Okay, hold a sec. So I've split it, and I've just pulled the last of the fibre, and I'm going to pull it through the two divided ends, and I'm going to pull it through there just so I can trap it in place. Then I'm going to grab myself another piece. I've got quite a bit here. I'm going to grab myself another piece of thread out of this. It's about 2 meters long length of fibres, and I think I might go with this one here if it'll come out in one piece. No, I just want one. There we go. Oh, so I've got myself another piece. I'm just going to plonk that there next to the girls, and hopefully they won't touch it. So where I've just inserted this exact same fibre again, I've still got my finger in. Oh, a minute. There we go. Split that in half and then roving. Okay. Get my finger in there. So then I can attach this glittery fibre, this thread, inside there. I'm going to twist it around twice. So that's locked in place now. And I'm going to let that dangle down as well. I'm just going to let that do its own thing. Every so often you just want to pull your thread down a little bit so that it doesn't catch up in the exact same place as everything else, okay? I'm just going to join this in here now. Because otherwise you end up with mounds, which is fine. But you do really, the idea of it is to actually waffle its way down the yarn that you're spinning. That's the whole idea of it. On a second, I've just got myself all tangled here. Get that out of the way. And I'll keep repeating that all the way. come back down a bit more. Put some more of that there. I mean, it's nice where it groups up every so often, and I'm coming up to another. It's coming up to the end of this piece now anyway, so you can either do the loop or you can act like you're joining on your fibre onto your yarn. So just go up about an inch, try and bring it over. So when you join it on, when you've got a thread, you want to come, so that's where it ended. I'm going to come back up about an inch, inch and a half and join on my fibre again so that I can carry on spinning. So I'm just going to let it do its thing and tag on. There we go. And then I'll add some more in a bit. So when I come towards the end of spinning this off, oh, actually, I won't be that long. I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing. I think I'll add another piece of string in. Another piece of string. Let me see if I can find the beginning of this lot. Find this one. This one will do. It's a bit of a dark colour, but it's got a boucle look to it already. Right, there we go. So this one, see, it's got little lumpy bits on it. That's perfect for what I'm doing. It's the same sort of idea. And I'm gonna, again, so alternatively, if you don't want to add it in through a loop, like i.e. split your roving and put it through, you can just attach it, or alternatively just tie a little knot around. You can tie a little knot, and then the bit that's got the end on it here, a sec, the little end here, just bury it inside your roving as you go to spin, and then carry on. So now you can't see where the end was at all. So just pull that down a bit so it doesn't all gather up in the same place. There we go. Oh, we've got a double dot there. Nearly at the end of this one again. So I'm just going to do take a piece, join it on and trap that fibre in place. Easy peasy, folks. Oh, I've got fluff in my mouth. What have we got here? It's got some more woven here. And I'm going to grab another piece. I've got some green. I'll go with the green. Oh dear, Joe, what a tangle you've got yourself in. Right, take the green out of this one. Just keep pulling it until it all comes out together. Okay, there's another one. I'm just going to start spinning it off. I'm going to trap it in my fibre. I'm going to split my roving in half, pull that through, and then trap it in place. And obviously Joe ends up with a knot. There we go. I'll just grab this roving from over here that I split when I was doing that. So I just need to pull those two pieces together and overlap them. There'll be enough twist in here to keep that together. Now it's come to the end of this one, so I'm just going to join it up together with that thread there, with that fibre fleece. Right, and I've got a bit more there, so let's get back into this one again, into this ribbon, try and straighten all those out. And I think I will go for, try and move my roving out of the way so I don't get myself all tangled up in it again. I think I'll go for this green ribbon one that's in here. That'll be pretty. Green ribbon. And pull, pull, and pull, and done. That's that one out of the way. Find the end, and I think this time I'm just gonna again push it through the hole in the middle, just tie a little knot around it inside here if I can, and then just pull that little short end back with the wool so it all joins in together. Just push my flyer up a little bit. Right, we've only got a little bit left to do now. This little piece here, join that in. Come to the end of that ribbon again, and I'm just going to join it in with my wool. Right, one more piece of string. Up thread. All right, where's the top? And I think I will go with, where is it, oh, I think we'll stick with these wintry tones. It's another bucolier bit. This one's got the orange in it, which is in with the back that we've done, and I'll save these in case I've got another colour. See, all these, I'll save them for another bat, and I think I might have a little play around this year with my art bats from Christmas Day Advents, and just practicing the little art yarn techniques that you always feel you've never got enough will to play with. So again, I've just put a hole through, see where my fingers are. I'm just going to pull that thread through, and then I'm just going to bring it back down, and it will sit literally there, and there's the long piece. There we go. Nearly done. I'm just going to let this wrap around itself because I've got loads of this ribbon left to get wrapped up. Go around and back again. Nearly finished. I'm trying to save a little piece of this so I can tie it in. There we go. Right, now to apply it. So I have got, what shall I use? Cones. I don't want a thick fibre to so a bit coarse spin it, right? So I'm going to use this. So you bear with me a second. I'll just go and get another bobbin and swap them over, and then I can get this done. Okay, so I've got my little bobbin of yarn on my Lazy Kate. She's ready. Okay, and I have got this very, very fine Shetland wool in this turquoise. I know they seem a little bit weird, but it's only going to be a coarse spun wool anyway, so I don't need it to be it doesn't matter if it pops through. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. I'm only having a little play around, and that's the whole point, I think, of these Christmas advents, is to use them to try something new that you've not tried before. Okay, so remember to spin in the opposite direction, Joe. So I need to spin this way, clockwise direction, and I'm literally just going to course spin it. Now my wool comb's fallen over, decided it wants to go for a run underneath my chair. Of course it does. So, I hope you all have not so much of a stressful Christmas this year. And don't worry, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. That's it, the end of the day this year. It's Christmas is supposed to be, well, December, if you look at it on a traditional scale, it's supposed to be about finding time to relax because of the dark winter nights. And for planning for next year, thinking about the things that you would want to do next year, not about the things that you couldn't do this year. Okay? So just take this time of December this year, of 2023, to plan for the future. Plan for next year. I think that's the best way to look at it for Christmas. There's no point worrying about the things that you can't have yet. There we go. Oh, that's nice. So I'm just going to move my flyer up a little bit. Okay. And I'm just letting this yarn just lie over the top of this very fine wool lace weight. And then once I finish with this, it will get steam set. And all these little bits of fibre popping out in different places. Iona's over there chewing on something, and she knows that I haven't got my full attention on her, so she's taking advantage of chomping on something. I have no idea what she's up to. There we go. Not got much more to go, guys. Yeah, that green and red with those orangey colours is really took that Christmas sort of look out of it. It looks more like the colours of crunching leaves. The autumn colours. Not too Christmassy. There's nothing worse than green and red together, especially if you're like me and you're a bit of a bar humbug. There we go. Trying to get this to sort of line up a little bit better. If you feel like you're seeing the thread from your coarse spun underneath, just unravel it a bit. Just pull your your hand that's holding your singles, and just pull it back a little bit and let the speed and the tension pick up a bit more in your core spinning yarn in your left hand, if you're right-handed that is, and just relay it again when you're getting little gaps through. Just like gently pull back, not that one, because that's a thick thin piece, Joe. Wrong place to do a demo. Oh, that was close. I nearly lost it then. Right, so I'll do it on this piece here. So if I find I've got a piece where I've got a bit of a gap, I literally just pull it back just a couple of twists, and then the energy from the core yarn will help me remodify that stretch. There we go. Right, it's the second to last ribbon. This is the sparkly one that I put on. There's a piece there. I'll just pull that back. It's literally not even half an inch, just to help tighten up where it looks a little bit loosey-goosey. My yarn's got stuck underneath my treadle because it wants to roll around everywhere. Right, now we're on to the last piece of ribbon or thread that I put on with my yarn, this red stuff. Oh, lovely. So I'm just going to unravel this from the bottom of my leader on my bobbin now. Oh, and round it goes. There we are. That'll do. Right, I'll just get that on the niddy noddy and I'll be back with you in a minute. There you go. Funky, quite ugly yarn actually, but it's messing around. Oh, definitely needs to be steam set, but adding in those different coloured yarns into there, a little bit different, doing a bit of core spin, get myself back into the rhythm again, see how some of those bits of ribbons are sticking up out the way. It's not quite boucle, but we will cover that next year anyway. But there we go. So adding some textured ribbons, just attach them in with the yarn, put a little hole through the roving and put it through there as well, or spin them in like you were joining on some roving anyway. And there we go. Day one, Christmas Advent, and that was red, green, black, and white, with merino, flax, hand-dyed merino and Angelina. So that's what's in that. Okay, so 1st of December. So as you know, I've got a prize draw going on for 100 grams of my Christmas bats, which I put a little video up during the week and a little shorts as well. All you have to do is spend £25 on the website or more. It's open worldwide, UK and overseas international orders. Due to today's the last day, but because of time zone differences and everything else, when I get up in the morning, I will accept any orders that have gone in overnight, just in case you haven't had a chance to, you've been at work and you're over in the States or whatever. So when I get up in the morning, it's the last time that I will actually take a note of the names and enter them into the prize draw. That'll be tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 over on my Instagram account if you want to come over and join us in for a chat. I have put together as well a second giveaway prize, and it's actually from this large Christmas Advent, where I had 100 gram bat left over from the 25 days of Advent. I had 100 gram bat left over, so I'll be adding that in as a second gift as well. So I'll be picking out 2 names out of the yarn bowl tomorrow, so you are in with a chance of winning. I currently have 13 names in the hat. There's quite a few people who've got stuff in cart at the moment as well, obviously holding out for the end of the week. So you've now got till tomorrow morning to get your orders put in if you want your name entered into the draw. If you're UK, I will post, if your order's already gone out this week, I will post, if your name gets drawed out, I will post that to you free of charge out of my own pocket. If you're an international order and your order comes in, I will hold that obviously till tomorrow, and it'll get posted out Monday. Tuesday next week is my last day. Tuesday this, where are we at? Tuesday's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. My last day with the 5th of December for guaranteeing that you'll have your order in for Christmas from the UK, okay? It's actually, I think it's about the 11th of December anyway, but I don't trust Royal Mail. You don't know what's going to happen with them. So I'm personally saying, I'm not saying that I won't post any orders out, but that's the date that I'm saying that I'm guaranteeing it to arrive. Okay. So anyway, I'm off ski. I'll see you tomorrow morning for day 2, 2nd of December, Advents. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow Instagram live chat for the announcement of my giveaway for bumper, over £60 worth of fibre, and a Niddy Noddy and a Turkish spindle, and a second prize, which will be announced properly tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Bye.